Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the speakerfocus.com platform. I am Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of the world's #1 platform for speaker marketing and the world's #1 speaker coach. Happy to be of service to you at the highest level possible each and every Monday to break down each and everything pertaining to growing your speaker business. We are here because we absolutely love to do it. You know what the drill is. If you have a question, comment, you want to share a win, you want us to help you negotiate a speaking fee, you're having trouble with digital marketing, you're having struggles to grow your speaker brand, this is the only platform on planet Earth where you can actually talk to somebody with 36 years plus worth of speaking experience that's at the $50,000 plus an hour keynote range, that is willing to take you to school like never before and spend the time necessary to answer the tough questions. Samantha, I see your hand up. I'll be with you in a second. As I am open with my opening statements, I want to share something with you that a lot of speakers are really struggling with. And this is something that is bothersome as you start to ascend through the ranks of being that low-level motivational speaker to, understanding how to work the audience, and then graduate to becoming a real teacher, facilitator, one who actually knows how to transfer knowledge. So what a lot of speakers lack when they're on the lower level, and it's a lower level mindset as well, is that they lack the ability to have patience to let the game come to them, and then they want something for nothing. So let me just start out the Q&A by saying this to you. Everything that I've ever done in my life that the end result looks good, or I made a lot of money, or I put myself and my family in a better position, or I put others in a position to win, I had to break my natural black ass in order to do it and make it happen. And there were no shortcuts. I'm never looking for the easy way out. See, before, as coaches or consultants or speakers, we can start getting on stage to start having everybody check their shit. You better be man or woman enough to check your own shit. And see, I've been that guy before that wanted to cut the corners. And I've been that speaker before that didn't have any patience. I've been that speaker before that was in broke, begging, desperation mode, trying to jump at everything because I didn't have any leverage, didn't know what it was. I didn't know the real meaning of it, despite all of you saying, I know what my value is. I know what I'm worth. They're going to pay me what I'm worth. Well, if you aren't building the business properly, you will never get paid what your real value is, marketplace value in this industry. So that's why we go through great extremes on this platform. That's why, the details of what you are building to take your speaker business to another level, that's the reason why you are taking these steps. Have you ever really asked yourself, why do we start building the messaging first? Then why is it that we get into constructing the sales tools, the website, the speaker video demo, speaker info kit? Why? What's the methodology behind the reason why KTR designed this curriculum? Why is it that in module 3, we talk about building a speaker business, constructing it the right way? Because most speakers are really not good entrepreneurs, and that's why they really can't get their business off the ground. See, because all they want to do is talk shit and run their mouth, but they really don't want to learn how to grow a business. So I didn't whine and bitch and complain about it. I went and created a platform with Auston so we could teach you how to properly construct it. So have you ever asked yourself the question, why do I need my messaging to be on point? Why do I need all my sales tools to be on point? Why? Because you have leverage. While everybody else out there is telling you what to do, we are showing you how to do it and then telling you why you should be doing it. Why do you need to construct a business? Because the meeting planner wants to do business with your business. They don't really want to do business with your social security number. And if you're doing business and leaving your social security number exposed to the tax liability, then you don't understand the game that we're playing here. It is not how much you make, it's how much you keep. The LLC, or the business entity, the corporate structure, 501c3 nonprofit, or a S or C corp will give you that particular structure. And if you want to take it to a whole nother level, which you're not paying me to give you this kind of advice, but I pay other people to tell me, you should be doing everything through a trust, and then the holding company gets additional tax shelters for all your LLCs. Hire a professional to teach you the game. This is what wealthy people do, and you should be figuring out how to do it as well. But if you're not skilled to being an entrepreneur, oh, I'm sorry, some of you don't have any interest in being an entrepreneur because all you want to do is run your fucking mouth instead of grow a real business. Now, if you ever ask yourself this question, Sam, I'll be right with you, but I need to get this out. Because a lot of you are struggling with this, and God, somebody needs to wake your ass up and tell you what's going on so you could get a paradigm shift or a simple change in philosophy. Your perspective is warped, and that's why you're dragging your ass the way you are, and you aren't taking the game serious on a whole nother level. Wow, this is the biggest wealth shift in the history of professional speaking that I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that some of you are not pushing forward to complete these things so you can get to the marketplace is fucking beyond me. Module 5. The reason why we constructed Module 5 the way it is so you can remove the fear from the technology. And yet many of you are still bitching and I don't understand social media. I don't understand sales funnel management. I don't like sales cycle training. Well, you better learn to come to love it, because the more you deal with your fears, and we are here to support you, we are here to hold you accountable. There's no way, if you are in it with somebody else, that you should walk around being afraid all the time. Because let me tell you something, an accountability buddy, an accountability partner will hang some foot up your ass so you can get moving, so you can get the results that you want. And let's face it, all of you overachiever, overanalyzers that we have on our platform, you aren't going to do shit unless you have somebody that you respect and a system and a mechanism you can tap into in order to get your shit in gear. Now, Module 5 is uniquely and specifically designed to teach you how to do outreach, teach you how to become good at lead generation, teach you how to make sure that you are locking in to building and constructing a sales funnel properly. I love it when we get support tickets, when people start to hear me and start understanding. It's just like it is when you tell your kids something 1,000 times. They aren't listening to anything you say. And miraculously, on the 778th time, when you're ready to snatch their ass up by the collar, get your ass in this car and let's go to school before we're all late for work and school. And all of a sudden, one day they start listening to you and it kicks in. That's what many of you are doing with Module 5. I'd rather you get it late than not at all, but it's okay. We are here to help alleviate the stress and the fear and the pain of the technology, because if you are not technically equipped to maneuver through the treacherous waters of negotiating this new speaker landscape, you're going to be in heavy and serious and big trouble. Module 6 doesn't even have a video. That's just downloading the speaker booking information packet and making sure that the infrastructure is built out to your speaker business and it's done properly. Not the way you think it should be done, because you don't understand marketing at a high level. Just like, see, a lot of you need to keep your mouth shut. That's difficult for a lot. I hear speakers talk shit every day, but the ones that's talking the most shit are the ones that's doing the less work. Oh, doesn't that sting a little bit? See, I used to be one of them. And then I had to reach a point where I said, you just gotta, bro, you gotta stop talking. What work are you doing to achieve the result? See, result equals evidentiary facts. Results before you start getting into your oratorical seduction, because that's what it is. I love the art of oratorical seduction. People have been doing this for thousands of years. People in business, the people in politics, the people who are the wealthiest, they typically are the best communicators on planet Earth. They just know how to out-negotiate you. You don't. You get what you negotiate. And if you don't ask, you don't get. A lot of you are lacking the resources, the skills. You're not lacking the time. You just want access to resources and you won't develop your level of skill. And that's the reason why your speaker business is stuck in stall mode. So with that being said, you should be building your speaker biz. I don't care what pace you go at. You're not in a race with other students. I just want you to progress. I don't care how fast or slow. I just want you to keep it moving. Samantha Mitchell, talk to me.
I don't think I want to talk to you after that whooping. Okay. Happy
Happy
Monday.
Monday to you. Sam, a lot of it, I'm just really talking to myself.
I hear you.
You all can
I
get something from it, then great. But this is a lot of self-talk. Come on, KTR. You bullshitting, man. You got to get it together. That's all that was, Sam.
All right. Well, I'm here for it. I received every bit of it. I loved how
Oh, thank you, Sam.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna start with the win because I like to focus on the wins because I get beat up all day. So
yes,
the win that I want to look at is, so last week we spoke about LinkedIn. So I didn't put on no makeup. I really was just plain old Sam like I am when I sit here at my desk. And so I shot my video and I pushed it out on LinkedIn. So I'm celebrating that. I saw that you liked it. You didn't comment. Look, if you're gonna tell me to post a video, you're gonna at least put a comment to trigger the algorithm or something.
Hey, Sam, I will go back. I did see it. I did like it. I didn't want to, get caught up in the minutia with everybody else. You had a lot of great comments in there. But what I like about it is that you just did it and you let it go. See, that's a big hurdle for some of us to overcome. Sam, I had to do the same thing. I'm like, damn, I remember I said, I'm going to get on social media. I'm not going to let them see me with a fisherman's cap on and I just came from the beach. I'm not going to let them see me with some flip-flops on. No, I'm not going to do that. I got to have a suit on. No, I don't. Who says I got to have a suit on? Who made the rules that said you can't get up there and just let it go? And that's what you did. See, now, and when you get enough of that content where you're not all, quote unquote, dolled up, or we want to say looking at our best, you have to let your audience see you from one spectrum to the next. Now, Sam, I'm not going to let you see me at my absolute worst. I think the worst, I think my bush was like all the way out to here. I had one picture like that. I said, I'm going to see what kind of response I get when my hair is all the way fluffed out. And people were like, wow. They were like, oh, Jackson 5, and we had fun with it. Okay. But I'm not going to let you see me when I first roll out the bed. That I probably won't let you see me like that, but a little stubbly, and that's all of it acceptable. You know why? Because when we love you, Sam, we love all of it, because none of us are perfect. That's all I wanted you to do, was just get past that first hurdle, and you did it. So I'm proud of that.
Thank you. So my hurdle of the week is centered around my branding. So I think the struggle that I'm really having is because I'm branding two things at once. So my Black Women in Aviation, I have that nonprofit that's in place and I'm working on that. But then I'm also doing the Samantha Mitchell brand, which is all centered around speaking. And like, I'm trying to not have them be exact replicas of each other. Like, there's the part of me that's tied to aerospace and the health and wellness as a speaker. And I'm trying to figure out how to bring that into the brand, but then still have my Black Women in Aviation, and that one's strictly for the mission and purpose in which it exists.
Got you.
So really my question is, how do I build out the both of them without making them overlap? Because I think my brain can't process it at the same time. So I'm kind of mixing them together.
Okay.
I don't know that I necessarily should be doing that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you should be. I'm going to tell you the reason why. I'm going to help you simplify this. Okay, so we have three brands, right? We have the speaking brand, we have the fitness, and then we have the Black Women in Aviation. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I'm not really, like, the fitness one, it's a franchise, so I don't have to do anything with that. That's branded within itself.
Got it. Okay. All right. So so the dilemma is between the aviation and the speaking. Help me understand what you're co-mingling and why you have a problem with it.
The two that I'm working on is my speaking brand and my Black Women in Aviation brand.
Okay, so you just started the Black Women in Aviation. Now remember, you're going to be, that's a 501c3 nonprofit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you're just the executive director of your nonprofit. So that's something that you would put in your title, another feather in your cap. Oh, Sam also happens to be the executive director of Black Women in Aviation, which is a nonprofit 501c3 started in 2022. Okay, great. So let the nonprofit do what it does, and nonprofit is very profitable. So I'm going to share a Les Brown story with you that you need to hear right now. So we're at the Les Brown Charlie Taylor Memorial Golf Tournament. This was years ago. And Les was talking to one of his clients. I was inside after we were just having a brief conversation, and I was kind of hanging out with him, and it was just me and him over there, and everybody else was just doing their thing. And I believe it was before we were getting ready to go out in sets of 4 to go play golf. It was my first golf tournament ever. And but I was just there because he invited me, and Charlie Taylor at the time was a risk and legend. And you know, they decided to do something together when Les had his radio show in the Washington, D.C. area, Magic 102.3. So, and I literally saw him do this right in front of me, another lesson that when you're around a speaker that knows what the hell they're doing and how to maneuver through these treacherous waters that we all have to learn how to negotiate. I literally saw it unfold, and I was like, oh shit, I know he just did not say what I just thought he said. So it was so smooth how he pulled it off, and it was so much value in it. I was like, wow. So this is what he did. So I could not hear who he was talking to, what they were saying, but I could tell by how he was reacting to what they were saying that the conversation went something like this. Now, obviously, I only heard Les's part, but I can imagine how he managed it. This is what was being said. So this is the part I heard Les say. Well, and at that time, I believe his keynote was around, I want to say 60,000, right? So that was extremely high. Back then, I was still young in the game. My keynote, I probably didn't even hit the $5,000 range because I didn't know how to ask for it. I was still stuck in motivational speaker mode. So Les says, well, my keynote is 60,000. And I could tell they were giving him some resistance by the way he responded. Oh, okay. Well, he said, well, you could really make this work for you if you get a sponsor. And what you could do is, here's where he dropped it, Sam. He said, if you can't afford 60, you could donate 30 to my nonprofit. I said, no, he just didn't lower the fee by 50%, but he had them donated to the nonprofit. And based upon what I could tell his move, see, he didn't lose. Okay, you don't have the 60 to pay me for the corporate fee, but you can still donate it to my nonprofit, which I'm taking a salary from, all legal, and you get the tax write-off. See, that's a power move that you just did, because once you have more leverage in the marketplace, and there's really nobody that's going to tell you no. Do you realize how many billionaires and millionaires from Silicon Valley needs a tax write-off if the initiative and the grassroots of what you're doing is that strong and that powerful? You could go around to every powerful African-American organization in the country, and you could do partnerships with them. And then while you're doing fundraising, they can donate money to your nonprofit. Now you got money for your cause, whether or not that's giving scholarships to Black women in aviation. I don't know what your cause or initiative is, but there's somebody out there who wants to support that, Samantha. And if they cannot hire you, let's say your keynote is 10,000, you can say, okay, well, maybe you could donate 5,000 to my nonprofit. And you know that's a tax write-off, correct? So they'd be like, oh yeah, that is a tax write-off. Let me go ahead and talk to my chief financial officer, or let me go ahead and start the process and see what that's going to look like. Either way, Sam, you're still getting paid to speak. You are the spokesperson for your nonprofit, and you are the executive director. Now you have the speaking brand. Listen to what I'm saying. All of you need to be digging me on this right here. When you focus in on the speaking and you make it your number one priority, everything else you're doing, it is going to automatically increase the visibility of everything else you're doing, which means your nonprofit going to start popping because you're going to be seen on stage. You're going to get more speaking engagements. Why? Because you're being seen on stage. Oh, Samantha's in shape. By the way, Sam, that's one of the first things I noticed about you. I said, her fucking hair is amazing, and she's in shape, and she's super articulate. Boom, you just drew me right in there. See, all of that's brand. You are the brand, and the brand is you. All of it kind of goes together, Sam. So now they're going to say, okay, well, Sam, tell me about the fitness thing. Well, you can go to this website to learn about the fitness. See, the platform. This is why I had to get out of one-on-one coaching. I needed a platform. A platform creates a movement, Samantha. You have a movement, Black women in aviation. Sam, how many other women do you know that have nonprofits that are trying to help women, Black women in aviation, come up in the game? Can you name me 2 or 3?
Yeah, just because I started researching them after or while I was deciding to do this, I wanted to see if it was already out there, and it wasn't. There's a couple of organizations that are centered around pilots, and yeah, Sisters of the Sky. That's the one that I'm tracking.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe you should call up somebody from Sisters of the Sky. Maybe you should talk to their executive director. Maybe you should set up a consultation with them, even if it costs you some money. Find out what they're doing right. Find out what they're struggling with. Find out what their initiative is. See, it all is going to come out in your vision and mission statement. So you got to have a strong vision and mission statement. And if you want to fundraise and you want to get donations, then have a website set up. Have a website set up to do that for the nonprofit eventually. But right now, all you got to do is focus on the speaking, and it's going to elevate every other brand that you have. You remember, you are the brand, not so much as your logo just represents you. Your slogans, your taglines, your messaging all represent you, but you are the brand. And that's why it's important for all of you. Whatever brand that you show people, you need to be consistent with that brand. See, if you follow celebrities, they don't get it perfect, but they do it right. And one thing you always see them do is brand and reputation management. That shit is their lifeline. And it's no different for any speaker that is in the marketplace. Whatever I have put out there thus far, I just keep feeding the machine. I mean, Samantha, can you imagine a group call without my oratorical seduction and theatrics? Can you imagine what the Q&A would be without that? I mean, really, would you want to show up?
No, this is why I'm here. I'm here for the entertainment, KTR, the entertainment, the education, the fuel. I'm here for all of it.
What's he going to say next? Right. I realize there's certain people that need this style. They appreciate it. They love it. I'm just being me. I'm not putting on, like I just say whatever I feel. I'm a very passionate person and I'm high energy. This is the best way to use my energy to be a coach, consultant, and a speaker. But Sam, make no mistake about it. I got here from focusing on my speaking. I used to think coaches was corny, but that's because I didn't understand it. We're not even going to talk about the fact that I didn't understand the internet. And I didn't understand social media when it first came out. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to be real with you, Sam. I said, oh, this is another place for me to stunt. Oh, I got celebrity content more than anybody. No speaker on planet Earth has more celebrity interviews than me and more celebrity content. None of them. I took this shit to a whole nother level and I saw what was happening. Just like how you're looking at Black women in aviation. I saw it, right? This is like, you got to give yourself credit for being smart when you're smart. I saw something that nobody else was doing. Other speakers will be like, KTR, am I missing something? I had a speaker named Brian from Chicago call me one time. And Brian was like, yo, Kev, I just need to understand something, bro. Like, am I missing something? Like, I got a basic gray, brown, blue, black, and a couple of pinstripe suits. Like, I mean, I could like change those up, but like, I don't do anything above and beyond that. I said, bro, because you are just a speaker. I'm an entertainer first. And then I happen to be an entrepreneur who happens to be a speaker, who happens to be the world's #1 speaker coach. I got a day named after me in the city of Brooklyn, the only non-Brooklyn resident who's ever had that happen. Me and Austin got a day named after us because of the philanthropic and community outreach that we do. And I could just go on and on and on. None of that shit would have happened, Samantha, had I not heard that voice in my head to say, you need to get on stage and speak. My friends laughed at me when I told them I wanted to write books. All my hood guys, man, what you want to write books for? People don't read books anymore. You idiot. Books are always going to work. I don't care if it's audio books. I don't care if it's books. They laughed at me when I wanted to be an author. They laughed at me when I told them that I wanted to travel all around the world and speak. They laughed at me. I'm talking clown me, like it was wrong because I was a rapper. I was an entertainer. I was making rap records with the late great Biz Markie. I was on tour with Notorious B.I.G. before he passed away. I was on the Bad Boy tour. I was behind the scenes doing all this stuff. And when I wanted to jump out of the norm, all of them didn't understand it and they didn't like it. And they was all just trying to keep me right where they are. And now it's sad because a lot of them that fell off, broke, don't have any money. Now, who's sitting on top of the hill? All because I believed in myself. And if it wasn't for the fact, I should have been speaking the whole time, Sam, but I was too damn strong-minded when I was in my 20s and I wanted to chase my fake ass dreams of being a rapper. I thought that my mission was to be a world famous rapper and make records and travel like that. I didn't travel all across the globe. I traveled a lot and I had a lot of fun, but my mission came by way of oratorical seduction. That's what I was put on this earth to do. And I'm telling you, when you understand it, that the speaking is the focus, and then all that other shit started to usher in right behind the speaking. I mean, it was like, as soon as I started to be obedient and I started to understand what my assignment really was, shit just went bonkers after that. Then I had to do some more growing up, Sam, where I had to develop it's a responsibility that comes with being an entrepreneur. See, and I wasn't an avid reader in the beginning. I wasn't one who would take seminars, coaching, training. But then when I got bit by the bug, I said, oh shit, this is the difference maker. Then I started studying the top 3% of the most successful people in the history of the world. That's women and men. And I start studying, Samantha, that they have some of the same exact habits that I was putting into motion. I just hadn't yet mastered those habits. So it's okay if you're to the point where you haven't mastered marketing. It's okay that you haven't mastered branding. It's okay if you haven't mastered messaging. But I guarantee you this, you give yourself another 6 months, another year goes by. But I tell you what you have mastered, you've mastered that 20 plus years worth of a woman of color being in aviation. You've mastered who you are. You know what you want to say. You know how you want to say it. Despite you getting in your own way sometimes, you know what that is. And Sam, ever since you joined this platform, it's all been coming out. I'm so proud of you because you have every right to just say, man, I don't need no coaching. I'm just going to find my way on my own. You was going to blow up anyway. But the fact of the matter is that it's never good enough for you. And you operate the same way all those top 3% of people do. You know why it's never enough for you? And I love that about you, because as soon as you start getting comfortable with the new Samantha or the old Samantha, the new Samantha is never going to be able to grow into the woman that you want her to be.
Wow. Thank you.
Don't put you comfortable, Sam, ever. I'm never satisfied. People are like, KTR, why don't you retire? Why don't you go sit down and retire somewhere? Are you crazy? Right. Sam, how many people you know that's blessed with this kind of energy?
Not that many.
Well, I realized that. See, I realized I'm special in that regard. So was my mother, my grandmother, all my aunties, all my uncles. Everybody on my mother's side of the family is turned up with the same kind of energy. I'd be damned if I wasted it enough. See, when you really start walking in your purpose and you really get in the lane, nothing can touch you. Sam, when it's your time, nothing in the universe, nobody, no thing can stop it from happening. That's what you're seeing with Speaker Focus right now, me and Auston. It's almost like it's easy. I want to say that the game just comes to me so easy, but it's because that's what happens when you busted your ass for 20 plus years or the last 5 or 6 years, and then boom, that's the result. See, don't talk to me about result unless you're willing to get in the trenches and bust your ass, and you're willing to live with the results of your input versus your output. So my question to all of you is, what's your input? I know some days, Sam, I go to sleep, I'm like, damn, I could have done 1 or 2 more things, but I'm just so tired. I just don't have it in me. And I may get up a little extra early the next day and knock out those 1 or 2 things. But I love getting in my massage chair at the end of the day, knowing that I gave it my all. It's not how much time you have, it's what you do with the time you have. I'd rather you give me 5, 10 strong, 15 strong minutes worth of value than bullshitting me for 2 hours. If you're going to bullshit me, you might as well go sit down and watch TV. All of you need to get the book called The Millionaire Next Door. You'll be shocked and blown away. It's also the psychology of a millionaire. You got to study. You got to make it your business to study this stuff. Because what you'll see is Besides the money, a lot of you on this platform are already operating with the same kind of habits. And if you're not, what it would tell you that all of them have the same kind of work ethic. All of them are passionate. They have drive. They all zero in on a purpose. They all understand what their assignment is. They don't give a fuck what anybody else says about them. They just get on their shit and they just hit it every day, and they live with the consequences. See, I'm willing to live with the consequences, the good, the bad, and the ugly, based upon my work ethic. I gamble on me. And Sam, you've been winning. And you're going to continue to win. You know why? Because your work ethic. My boy Kid Worthy used to work at Electric Records. Kid said, you got to show up to blow up. See, you got to show up to blow up. Some people don't never show up. They don't put forth the effort. This level of expectancy in this marketplace is the main reason why every day you work hard, Samantha. You know what you're doing? You're just creating more separation from anybody else that thinks about helping Black women in aviation. And the harder you work and the more successful you become, the more separation you put between any would-be competition, which is very little in your space. You know what we call that? A blue ocean. Like, you should be, I'm talking silly with excitement to the point where you can't even go to sleep at night, because that's what kind of opportunity is waiting for you, being a woman in aviation and a woman of color and an entrepreneur with the kind of IQ that you have. You're like a meeting planner's dream. All you got to do is just keep working hard. You got any other questions or comments or shares that you want to run by me?
No, I'm full. Thank you for that. Appreciate you.
And you know, Samantha, I called it like I said, and I appreciate you as well. Because when you are dragging your ass, don't I tell you that?
Yep.
When you're getting in your way, don't I say that to you, Sam? Sam, what are you doing? Sam, stop overthinking it. Sam, just turn in the homework, please. Let me put the polish on it. Now, we've advanced. See, results, Sam, results. You got to put you did the input and you got the result. All you got to do is move to the next stage. Don't, watch this. Eat the whole elephant one bite at a time. So what's the next thing you focus on before I get to Vernice?
I will be working on so I did 2 signature programs within its entirety. So I have 2 more to finish up because I just did the top bullets to get a win in there. I built 2 out, so I have the remaining 2 to build out, but my brain just couldn't get all of the words out. So I had to take a break to make sure that I didn't throw garbage over the fence.
Got you. You talking about the ones that were a little bit thin that you sent over to me and thought that was going to be acceptable.
Damn, you gotta do me like that?
No,
I put it out there because I didn't want to hold on to it. I was following the protocol. I was listening intently. I said, you know what, instead of me holding on to it for perfection, let me see what this feedback looks like. And then it looked like what I thought. And then I decided to pivot. And I said, well, let me at least make sure that the title and the 3 top bullets they're working before I further build. Then once you approve those, and I said, okay, now let me go build out my introductory paragraph and then the 5 bullets. And so I did that times 2.
Absolutely. And by the way, Sam, in all fairness to you, your bullets were beautifully written. Some of them were just a little bit thin. If you could just beef them up a little bit and like beef up, I think 1 or 2 of the opening paragraphs on this, I think the 3rd and 4th signature program, you kind of start running out of steam. But other than that, listen, it had the kind of zip on it that needs to resonate with the meeting planner. And you did your job. Despite how much you feel like you struggle, there's people that struggle a whole lot worse than that. But the bottom line is we got you there. So I can't wait to see your new responses. And then after you finish up your signature programs, what are you moving on to after that?
I'm gonna leave module 1. I haven't been going ahead because I'm trying to make sure that I do the work before progressing. So the bio is done, the signature program will be done, and then I'll go to week 2, even though it's really week 4.
That's what I'm talking about. Stay focused. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay. Talk to you real soon. Vernice, how are you?
Don't try to use that kind voice now. Hello, ATR.
Hi, Vernice. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Peace be unto you, sister.
Is there peace here?
Yes. Peace
hello.
and love.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything, really. This is a lot of movement that I'm making in this program. So I do appreciate you. I have a question for you and Austin, I guess around branding. Do you all suggest that people brand their name? So I've been operating under the Vacate Victimville brand, right? This mental health, mental wellness brand,
Uh-huh.
which is really more around personal development.
Mhm.
All of the professional development work I've been doing under my actual LLC's name, which is Joy Road Solutions. So I'm still
Okay.
stuck between like, all my books and everything are branded under Vacate Victimville. And then I'm moving into this leadership space, which I've already been in, just under a different name.
I love your brand, by the way, the Vacate Victimville. That's something that I noticed that when you sent in a support ticket the other day, and I started digging and doing some more research on you so I could, like I just pick my spots when I just start taking in your content or whatever. Because when I look at it the third, fourth, fifth time, it just hits me a little bit different. Then I can get ideas. So I like the fact that in specific, Bernice, a lot of women are struggling with, being a victim. A lot of minorities are struggling with, we don't need to be in a victim role. No one's going to give you anything just because everybody's talking about DEI. No one's just going to give you all these big contracts just because you're a person of color. I mean, you actually have to be prepared. So one of the things that I really love about that branding and the name is that we have a mindset on the internet where people do feel like they're entitled. So if you're entitled, I'm not saying that there are not victims, but your take on your signature programs and your entire mindset is helping a person so you don't have to feel like a victim. Like, that's empowering. That's why people self-esteem is stripped away, because they're always down all the time. And the pandemic has got us even more down. So again, this is a golden opportunity for people in the mental health space just to crush it. And you have to be daring. Like, you have to do what you feel. Forget about what everybody else is doing. Yeah, we can study and take snippets from other mental health professionals, and I suggest you do that. But after a while, we got to stop looking at what everybody else is doing. Like, I'm like, okay, I get it. That's not me. I'm not trying to do that. Okay, that seems a little bit weird or strange to me. And then look at about 25 to 50 speakers in your space. Start doing research on women health leadership speakers, or mental health leadership speakers, or mental health speakers, women mental health speakers. Just Google it. And then go to these websites and pull it up and see what's happening. And what you'll see is all the top speakers, they have a specific vernacular. They have a specific way in which they do outreach in the market that we're in right now. There's not one website, including mine, that does not address what we're going through due to the pandemic, because we've all been affected. So if your verbiage does not allude to something about recognizing what the challenges are through your signature programs, then I had to I redid my signature programs 3 times. Because I sat there and said, okay, yeah, I got these signature programs and I still have the original ones. But when I redid it, I said, what is going on with the marketplace? What does the market need? What kind of speaker am I? Where do I fit in? What kind of brand do I have? What's going to be my ideal client? Who's going to fit the profile of who I want to do business with? Who would I or my brand be a great fit for? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself. And Vernice, that really boils down, if you just want to get basic about it, like your ideology, your approach, your sense of humor, your personality, your poise. You are a very poised woman. Most women are not that disciplined. They're not that poised. They're not in control like that. Every time I talk to you, you know what I think about? She's always so cool, calm, and collected. I don't know how you do it. I don't know where you got the skill from. Maybe that's just the way you've always been. But I find a calm when I talk to you. And if I find a calm, and I'm not talking about me personally. I look at everything you do from the meeting planner's perspective. I just so happen to dig you as a person. So but that's because of, that's to your credit, not mine. It's everything you're showing me. That's the brand, Vernice.
Yeah,
So don't be confused. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you know who you are?
I do.
Okay. Do you know where you want to go?
I'm very clear.
You know what you want to accomplish, right?
I do.
Your family values are clear. Your
Yes.
belief, your faith. You're not confused about none of that, right?
No, sir.
Then you need to pour every bit of that into your brand. See, these initials KTR, when I was thinking about a brand, if Fila can rock with an F, I said, okay, well, guess what? I'm gonna do it my way. When I introduced myself to celebrities, I had to figure out a way to shorten it up. Hey, my name is Kevin T. Robertson. Wow, he uses his whole name. Like, do you know how many times they've said that? Wow, hey, Kevin T. Robertson. So now I just say I'm KTR. And I make them ask me, well, what does KTR stand for? Oh, that's short for Kevin T. Robertson. I used to be the Kevin T. Robertson show. Now it's just the KTR show. Podcast coming soon, by the way. See, you figure out a way to mold and shape the brand. And when the market starts talking to you, Vernice, the whole reason why I kept the tagline, when I first started, let me see, this is Massimo D'Amore back here in this circle, right over there. Massimo D'Amore, he used to be the former CEO of PepsiCo Beverages worldwide. The first year he came on board, they did like $15 billion. So that was the first time I remember when I first did, I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at the Wardman Park Marriott Hotel in Washington, D.C. I am the motivational supercharger of the 21st century, Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert. I'm here to interview Massimo D'Amore, former CEO of PepsiCo Beverages International. Now, Vernice, I know I got in my little radio TV mode right there. You heard my voice change up, right?
Yeah.
So when I do that type of introduction, when I go back and look at the replay, see, it's not about what you feel. When you put your brand out there and look at the look on the celebrity's face, when I look at the playback, they're like, oh shit, this guy's introduction is fire. So the reason why I kept it is because they liked it. Every last one of them liked it until I interviewed MC Hammer. This is what MC Hammer said after that illustrious introduction. MC Hammer says, with a name like the Motivational Supercharger, I hope you're going to bring it. I said, Hammer, that's exactly what I'm going to do. See, he didn't think I could live up to the hype, but it's not hype. This is just who I am. This is not a game. And when you're yourself, nothing can be more real for your brand than to be yourself. And that's all I'm asking you to do. That's all I'm asking any of you to do. Remember, your logo is you. That's a representation of you. Your messaging is a representation of you. You are the brand and the brand is you. And all I ever wanted to be was me. And I love me some me. And nobody's going to love me more than I love myself. Except for if you got a higher power and you believe in it, I understand. I understand where I'm hooked up to source energy. I get it. I understand these formidable laws of the universe. And I succumb to them just like we all should do. But I understand who I am. And I understand what my assignment is. And damn it, I'm going to carry it out. I don't give a damn who likes it or loves it. I'm the best you ever seen in this game, Vernice, because I'm free. I do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it. And nobody's ever got in my way to stop me. And I ain't about to start letting somebody stop me right now. And neither should you. That's the only way your brand is going to get out there and really have an impact on the world. You got to know who you are. And that is your brand. So forget about the logo. See, we get too caught up in what my website looked like, what my logo looked like. I'm all of that shit. And it's me and I am it. There's really no separation. Vernice, unless you have another question or comment, I want you to buy a book. It's one of my favorites. It's in my library. It's a book called, and I don't gain any affiliate commission over this or anything. It's just one of my favorites. It's The Brand Call You by Peter Montoya. It tells you how they constructed Brand Jordan and some of the biggest brands in the world. And Peter Montoya said your brand should demonstrate three things. Number one, who are you? Number 2, what do you do? Number 3, how does it impact the consumer, the target buyer, or the end user? See, I know who I am. I know what I do. I know what my assignment is. And I understand the impact that I have on people that want to grow a speaker business. And let me ask you a quick question. See, you have to listen to the market. It's not see, I say how great I am after the market tells me how amazing I am because I deliver service. So let me ask you this. Have you ever been a part of a learning or training experience like this before ever in your life?
Never, not once.
Why do you think that is? What's so exceptional about this experience versus the other ones maybe that you've been a part of?
Maybe all of the assignment work and the abusive relationship of these Monday calls.
Bernice, did I hear you say that? Was your oratorical seduction so sweet that you just said the abuse of the Monday call? I consider that one of the greatest compliments that I've ever had in my professional career. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
And Bernice, you've been able to withstand the abuse. Would you agree?
I agree. And also you actually help clear. I feel a little more clear about, I want to keep the Vacate Victimville brand, but I also already do contracted work as a consultant under my Joy Road Solutions business. And I always thought the Vacate Victimville brand would be too harsh for the leadership business side, but it is who I am.
It's not too hard. You just told me that I give abuse on the Monday Q&A, and I said that was a compliment. Look, Sam put in the chat, said KTR would consider that to be a compliment. Again, I move different. I think different. I know what the people need. And whether or not you like it or you don't like it, I don't give a damn. The bottom line is I know how to get you the result. If you show up and you do the work, I'm there to rock with you.
Yes.
See, your brand, that's disruptive. Why would you want to destroy that, kill it, and put it on the side when it's disruptive? I've never heard any branding like that before in my life coming from a woman speaker in the leadership's mental health space. Why would you want to do that? That's not smart. You should want to say, damn, and watch this. If you're thinking to yourself, that maybe I'm taking it too far. Hell no. You can never take it too far when it comes to branding. You want to be known or you want to be unknown? I want to be known. All I want you to say you can say whatever you want to say about me. Damn, he's a little harsh sometimes. KTR is arrogant. Believe me, I've heard it all. I love it all. You can't offend me. I'm too deep in the game of psychological warfare for me to be offended by what other people think or feel about me. I am totally, thoroughly unfazed. All I care about is providing service at the highest level possible. Now, if these other punk ass speaker coaches could do that, then they would be in my position to have the kind of knowledge and delivery, but they can't because they're not me. And I don't expect them to be, just like I don't expect to be them. And whatever they do well, great for them. But this is what I do well. I know how to give people superior results when they aren't afraid to do the work. And even if you are afraid, guess what? By the time you deal with me through a couple sessions, you won't be afraid anymore because I have a very unique way, Vernice, of breaking you down and building you up all at the same time. This is a skill that I've learned. Not everybody's capable of it. They're either too offensive, too much of an asshole, then they don't come right back with anything that has some real value. And then the curriculum and the design of the platform is not what you need it to be. The support isn't what you need it to be. You definitely can't get them on a Q&A. I saw that the way I move and the way Austin moved, I saw it was blue ocean. Now, that name that you have is a blue ocean. You need to take pride in the fact that you created something that's very unique. I mean, you need to wake up excited every day, Vernice, that's what the universe blessed you with, those particular word sequences so you could be that different. And I know, listen, I know you're super humble. And I know you're like, well, am I pushing it too far? See, that's the timid, but you got to let that part of it go. I'm telling you, the more disruptive you are, you may catch some shit in the beginning. But in the end, they're going to all understand what you're trying to do. You just got to not let up. Am I making sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. You got any
And I
other?
want to be a disruptor like you. I mean, not as disruptive, but yeah, this
Yeah.
was good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And I'm always here. And anytime you start to feel like, oh, I don't really want to do that, maybe I'm doing too much. The reason why they say you're doing too much is because those motherfuckers aren't doing enough. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Okay, Vernice, I love you very much.
Thank you, KTR.
See, I'm not doing too much. You're not doing enough. But you don't want to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about the part when nobody's doing enough. See, I'm willing to look in the mirror and say to myself sometimes, yo, Kev, you're not bro. You ain't shit. You're not doing enough. You want to make $100 million, but you're not doing enough. You want to be the man in this category, but you aren't doing enough. Self-talk. I talk to you. You actually get it secondhand. I'm really talking to myself. See, if you are, some of you don't want to offend yourself. You're too sensitive. We're talking about business. Let me tell you something. You think the people that's in Congress, the people that's real gangsters, that run everything, have all the power, you think that they're thinking about taking it easy on you? Oh, let's let everyone pay less taxes. They want to annihilate their competition. There is no mercy. I'm trying to tell y'all the stuff that I study it for a reason. Why do I study covert operations and psychological warfare? Why do I study oratorical seduction? Why do I study cults and any mannerisms that manipulate, that influence? This is the shit that the most successful people in the history of business, all of them have doing it. I'm talking from Cleopatra. She was skilled at oratorical seduction. That's how she got Mark Antony to sleep with her on the very first night. His weakness was women, and she was gorgeous. And he went for it, and she had him wide open. You could drive a Mack truck right up his nose. See, that's all strategy. And what does Madison Avenue do? They take you right down the road they want you to go. This is all psychological, from the colors to who they have in the commercial. When's the last time you seen a white person in a McDonald's commercial? I'll wait. Can't think of it, can you? Because they have a marketing strategy, because they know that African Americans love eating food that is very high in sodium and saturated fat. And that's why we have a problem with high blood pressure, obesity, kidney failure, stroke, heart attack, and I could go on and on and on. Disease all starts from the gut. If you don't have any education about that, you will never change your perspective. A lot of you don't want to deal with your own shit. And I deal with mine every single day. And that's the reason why I'm in the top 5% of professional speakers on planet Earth. And that's the reason why I run a multiple multi-million dollar companies. This shit ain't no game. And if you think it's easy, let me have you over for dinner one night. Rico, I'll show you how easy it is. And then again, maybe I'll show you how hard it is. Rico, talk to me, bro.
What's going on, KTR? Can you hear me?
What's going on with me? I think Arletta said it best. She said, Arletta said, I'm tuned into myself. You can't offend me because I love me too much.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, yeah, I think this was more for Austin. I got my other, I got my laptop on too. So I'm trying to, because I want to see if I have the alignment right.
Okay, let me just jump in there real quick.
Go ahead.
Austin is on sabbatical all week.
Okay.
He will be checking in to support tickets, but he needed a much needed break.
Understood.
So our vacations are not twice a year. They're once every other month. It has to be that way because the pressure is severe of where we are right now. So if you need to ask Austin a question, support@speakerfocus.com. He will be checking in this week but he's probably going to be a little bit out of pocket. So if the response is delayed for any technical questions, just let him breathe for a little bit. He needs to unplug for a little bit. All right, go ahead. If
Yeah,
I can answer anything for you, I'll be happy to.
yeah, that was it. It was just in Webflow,
Yes.
the alignment is fine for my mobile and for the website itself. But it's two other options in there. I think it's the horizontal,
Yeah.
and also the tablet.
Yeah, and I think I saw that. I think you sent in a support ticket, Rico, if I'm not mistaken, either yesterday or today. And you should not be focusing on the tablet view, because the tablet view it's going to throw the alignment off. You should just switch it to mobile view as you get ready to go live. Look at because listen, mobile edit, the way you edit it in mobile and the way it comes out, it's not going to affect the view on your laptop, desktop, or your tablet. But the mobile view has got to be edited differently. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So you're editing the desktop or the laptop view, and then all of a sudden your mobile alignment is out of whack, right?
Yeah, I actually, you know what? I just left it alone. The regular website, like you see it now. That's fine. And then I did make the adjustment on the mobile one.
Okay.
I just left the other two in the middle out. And so I just kept it simple. That was all I really had about it. Man, yeah. But anyway, I really didn't have much to say. Thank you so much for all you do. You always bring the heat. And
man,
I call you the Black Bobby Knight.
You know what? But watch this. I'm glad you brought that point up. We all have our personality. Bobby Knight was a great basketball brand for years. Bobby Knight was ridiculed and criticized, but Bobby Knight was a winner and he was a champion, and he was a great leader and a great teacher. He got a little physical with some of his players because he was real old school with it during a time where players were, quite frankly, a little bit soft. Listen, Rico, I got criticized like that for playing, 1980s defense on people down at the playground. So I had to stop going to the basketball court because they couldn't take the way I played defense. Because when all these and one moves came out, I'm like, I don't give a damn what you do. You're not dunking on me. I'll bow you in the ribs. I'll do whatever. If you want to call foul, take the ball back up to the top of the key and call the foul, but I'm not giving it to you. That's just the way I play. I'm competitive. I'll come home with black eyes and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I don't care about scoring, but I play some defense. And I had a mean hook shot. So I should just get in their head. Because a person who doesn't like for you to be all on them playing defense is going to make them feel what, Rico? Uncomfortable. I do the shit that feels uncomfortable every day. And if you aren't willing to do that as an entrepreneur, forget about speaking. Entrepreneurism is a skill. And most people are horrible at it. You know why? Because they don't want to feel uncomfortable. You might as well deal with the extensive pain, Rico. The majority of when you wake up every day, you're not going to get everything you want. And most of it is going to feel uncomfortable. When you look at it from, it's two perspectives, Rico. And then I'll be, if you got something else you want to share, great. If anybody else has questions or comments, you can get them in the queue. You can use the raise hand feature. Maybe something that I'm saying to you today is going to resonate with you, so you can get out of feeling sorry for yourself and using excuses, because I've been there exactly where you are. So there's two perspectives. One of them is, I remember what I had to do to come up as a speaker. I remember when I was that guy, Rico, who would not do the work. I remember when I was afraid. But I had to learn how to deal with my fears at a very early age. It doesn't mean that the next challenge is not going to freak you out and you are not going to feel anxiety about it. But what happens is you develop the habit of not giving up. I don't care how much heat is up on your ass. I don't care how difficult it is. See, in order to get superior results, we're talking about degree of difficulty. I don't look for it to be easy, Rico. What I do every day is I assess the degree of difficulty. Do you know what I do when I wake up every day? The first thing I do is do the hardest shit on my schedule first. That's my habit. I get that out the way. Talk to any successful people, and that's exactly how they manage it. What most people do, they keep pushing it off, pushing it off, pushing it off. Oh, I'm going to do the stuff that feels good right now. Fuck your feelings and feeling good. Don't none of this shit feel good, Rico.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. You think it's easy to show up on the Q&A every Monday and give this kind of effort with the level of consistency? You think this easy or hard? Which one? Which one did? Like, what's in your gut? You think it's easy or you think it's hard?
No, sir, that's not easy.
Do I make it look easy?
Oh, you do, but your strength and your resolve, you come bring it.
Now, why do you think that is? Why do you let's not make this about me. Let's make this about the habits that I learned from other people who've been through more shit than I have. Why do you think that is that I make it look easy? Give me a success habit, Rico. Arletta and Wayne, I see your hand up. Thank you for your patience.
Well, that success habit you just mentioned. You eat that frog. You do the hardest shit first.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about failures, bro.
You know, I mean, I think, and I would say this. I was talking to some people like my son and some other guys. I said, you know what? I said, it's so interesting how now we have everything at our fingertips, and you think it would be better, but it seems like it makes it softer. And people love the platform, but let me say it this way. This what came, and I hope this everybody. People love to be seen in the light, but don't want to do the necessary things in the dark.
That's right. Yep.
That's me like glue.
Mm-hmm.
But I also look at this. You know, what you do, and this is the thing about it, because I had to grow out of it myself, and I hope this has helped somebody, and you can go on to the next person. But
nah, this is why we have the Q&A, bro. This is why we have the Q&A, because we all are in it together. We all go through this type of stuff together, Rico. But you don't have any place where you can deal with it and then address the fears, address with the proper resources to attack. You're getting attacked. You need to get in attack mode if you're going to deal with it. Go ahead and finish your statement, brother.
Absolutely. I think sometimes being gifted can also be a trap.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you think because we're gifted, we don't necessarily have to put in the work as if we're not gifted.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned that I had to force myself to do certain things. I had to force myself to face what didn't feel good. Like, it's one thing to try to look good with people, right? But if you can look good all day, but the habits and what you do consistently, it's going to come out. And some you don't put in that work, So I would say that through this part here, going through the speaker focus training platform, why I believe it's the number one compared to all the other ones. You can get approached by all the other programs, all the other. That's all well and good, but let me say, you really help us really get through the hard stuff that nobody really wants to talk about. It's always, a lot of the other stuff is sugar coated. A lot of the other stuff is always the sweet stuff. But man, I think the way you really say it, is the way people need to hear it, and they really want it, but at the same time they're afraid. Again, like you said, they're afraid to offend themselves because they believe the lie so long that it feels so good. And I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I can lift the same amount of weight right now and then look like I'm actually killing it. But I don't really step up and go upgrade the weight level I need to go to get stronger. So
excuse me.
Appreciate it, man.
Now, Rico, let me go back to something you said, because this is the reason why that most of you were a great fit for speakerfocus.com, because I told you I told you exactly what you can expect when you were on this platform. Now, I know a lot of you were shocked to be like, damn, they really bring it that way on the Monday Q&A, or when you answer support tickets and all of it. Yeah, because I actually give a damn, right? And I got my reputation on the line. And you know, you can say whatever you want to say about me, but what you're not going to be able to say is he didn't go hard for me. You'll never be able to say that about me. You'll never be able to question my work ethic. You'll never be able to question the fact that I didn't show up for you, that I wasn't there for you, that I didn't answer the questions, that I didn't try to help you as much as I could to get to another level. And I was consistent with all of that. So you talked about forcing yourself. I call it forcing execution. And that's exactly what you got to do. You got to force execution. That habit does not happen through a lot of error. See, I'd rather deal with myself. I'd rather deal with the pain and go through the sacrifice. I'd rather deal with that kind of pain, and then knowing that I'm going to get the result. I'm going to get the result. The payoff is going to be there. I got little small wins every day, daily wins, and I got the big payoff, whether or not that's a monetary, whether or not I'm at the end of a long project or big goal. I realize that I'm going to get to the end. Rico, do you realize there's never not one time in my entire life ever that I put something on my vision board or wrote down a goal that I've never been able to accomplish? That never has happened ever, and it never will happen, because that's the power of committing something to the manuscript called your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind controls everything. This is the reason for all you people out there that understand NLP, neuro-linguistics programming. Neuro-linguistics programming. A lot of people, they don't like it because they don't understand it. But you literally can control your mental patterning especially when you're asleep. That's why I don't go to sleep with movies and bang, bang, shoot 'em up movie. I go to sleep with a particular music that has a specific vibrational tone that resonates abundance, wealth, happiness, peace, joy, overflow, all that kind of shit. Ain't nothing negative getting into my mind when I'm sleeping. While my cells are rebuilding and I'm in repair mode when I'm sleeping, my mind, do you realize your subconscious mind never goes to sleep? So when my body shuts down, my subconscious mind, Rico, is still processing my goals. It's still all the little micro avenue of information. It's in there working. It's in there connecting the dots. When you shut your eyes and your body is in rest and repair mode, your subconscious mind is still in there building shit. Now, there's some people that don't understand that. That's the reason why their asses is sitting on the sidelines and they're not successful. I understand it. I am statements empower the subconscious mind. Written goals, 95% of written goals, it's a scientific proven fact, manifest themselves into completion. This is why I'm telling you, Rico, do you think this shit happens by luck? Oh, KTR, he just lucky. He writes down all his goals and he just all of a sudden attains them. Ooh, let's just sprinkle some pixie or some fairy dust. And ooh, voila, we're all successful. No. I wake up every day and exercise these same exact habits. I'm telling you all right now, do not go to sleep with the TV on, especially when you're listening to violence and shooting and all that kind of stuff, because your brain is being programmed by, okay, watch this. Go to sleep with a reality television show. And I'm not knocking them because everybody got to get their money. And I do like some of the reality TV shows, but the ones I'm talking about are the ones that's full of drama and the arguing. So you fall asleep with that and see how your energy feels the next day. Versus you put in multi-millionaire sleep meditation video. Put in multi-millionaire sleep meditation video. Put in success music frequency. Put in billionaire mindset. And the video, a YouTube video is gonna pop up for 8 hours. Just put the video on and watch how you feel. Watch this. I got my Beats by Dre. I got some noise canceling. I don't hear nothing, excuse me, except for that music. Now I get into what I call pre-sleep mode, Rico, and then I get into deep sleep mode. So when I finish up my day, and I'm probably going, I'm gonna eat my superfood of salmon. I already lost 10 pounds. I'm gonna eat a palm full of salmon with some salad. And I'm gonna drink me some beet juice, and I'm gonna take my supplements for the evening. That's gonna be it for me. That's it. I'm not eating nothing else tonight. Probably around 10 o'clock, I'm gonna start shutting it down. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. I got a couple articles that piqued my interest during the day. I'm gonna double back and check them articles out. Once I read those articles, I'm gonna get in my massage chair. This is my routine, Rico, every day. Get in my massage chair, put my Beats by Dre on, put my sleep meditation music on. So now I'm getting my subconscious mind in a state that is all I'm doing is absorbing what I know, the picture that I want my life to be. Now I am sending images. I am reinforcing to my subconscious mind all the data, the blueprint, scripting, mental patterning. All I'm doing is absorbing that in the subconscious mind, and I'm taking it all in. And watch this. My brain is getting trained while I'm asleep. That's how cold this shit is. I don't have to do nothing. All I got to do is the stuff that I want to learn. All I got to do is just listen to it while I'm asleep. And when I wake up in the morning, oh, my eyes are open now. Now it's just a continuation. See, Rico, the dream never stops. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I live the dream 24 hours a day. That's not no catchphrase. That's not no slogan. That's for real. You gotta understand that we are all hooked up to source energy. And this is why I share this extra stuff with you, because I want all of you to understand how I am becoming the person that I'm not even the real person that I want to be yet. But I'm having a lot of fun finding out what he looked like. And you got to be happy along the journey, even when you're making mistakes. Don't be so hard on yourself, because let me tell you something. I wouldn't be who I am right now without all the failures. I actually love it when it doesn't work. See, I'm like Einstein. You know what Einstein did? If any of you have inventor friends, you know what they do? They try it, and they write it down. No, that didn't work. That combination of chemists and people in the pharmaceutical industry, they do this when they're creating a new drug. They write it down, They have 1,000 different variations. Colonel Sanders was told no 1,009 times before somebody said yes, that they would take his chicken recipe. Now, he had a specific ingredient in there. He played around with it, Rico, until somebody said, damn, this tastes pretty good. And that's what failure does. Failure helps you get the recipe right. And then you write it down and you say, damn, it took me 900 tries, but this shit right here on the 901st try, man, it was worth all. See, it was worth all the pain. If you're going to go through the pain and the sacrificing, you might as well. See, I love it when it starts feeling uncomfortable. I love it when the pain comes on. I love it when all hell starts breaking loose. I love it when family members start hating on me. I love it when there's some tension. I love it when I show up and they want me to dim the light down. They say, Kev, calm down, slow down. You're doing too much. No, you're not doing enough. Get out of my way. This is why I have to spend a lot of time by myself. And a lot of you don't want to spend time by yourself because you're afraid to be by yourself. Let me tell you something. You're going to find out who you are by sitting in silence. Y'all not ready for what I'm saying tonight, Rico. What's your last question or comment, man? Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. You're not ready.
Last question, well, comment or question is, and thank you so much for the time, brother. Here, I did go through module 5 again, and this time I dug deeper into the active campaign to do the email. So I'm studying your format and how you did the email.
Okay.
I do like how you all actually had a template there.
Yeah.
Or different emails where I can actually plug it in for like the funnel that's an active campaign. So I've done that. I'm at the email section right now where I'm reading your email subject line. And so I'm just going through that process. I'm almost, and it's been a process, but I'm
good.
I really was eye-opening about definitely with the active campaign and how you guys set it up. If anybody if you're going through it, just do it, just follow it. Don't try to deviate from it. But it's very helpful. And I just wanted to share that with you. That was my progress in terms of going through the emails, the template emails when you were taking the person through. And so now I think I'm on like I said, the email, when you have where it says, are you distracted from your speaking goals? Yeah. I'm just format and how I'm going to actually do my, I think I'm going to do, I have one thing, I'm toying around with it, but it's behavior leadership versus be leadership. And so, yeah, I'm really been working on that. So I'm just studying your framework, and I'm about to drop that pretty soon. So I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, Rico, do a lot of study in that regard. That's something else that I've studied as well over the years, put a lot of effort and time into. Mm-hmm. If you want to know how I got good at what I got good at, it's behavioral modification. Okay. See, and I learned to do that with my clients. You want to be able to institute some type of 30, 60, 90-day behavioral modification. They do it in weight loss. They do it in the medical community. They do it in treatment facilities. They're looking for you to modify your behavior. Now that means you got to replace the old behaviors with the new behaviors. But so that's a great field to get involved in, because that's a big part of why people don't have a great succession planning model. That's the reason why leaders can't step into the shoes of somebody else, because when I go into an organization and I clearly see that they're not they don't have strong leadership, and they got one or two, or the executives are the only ones that are strong and the mid-level managers are lacking, it's because they don't have a succession planning model, and they are not holding anybody accountable, and they don't have a behavioral modification infrastructure in place so that you can see the change. Bro, that's all we're talking about. When I was hustling dope, I had to replace all of my friends. I had to replace them, and then I had to learn to earn an income that was legal, and the only thing I could find was being a real estate investor. That's the only thing that would get me 30, 40, 60, 70, $100,000+ where I didn't have to worry about getting killed. Little did I know that real estate was even more treacherous than the dope game was, because it was illegal. It's more cutthroat and treacherous than when I was hustling dope. Took me a while to figure it out, but I said, oh, don't worry about it. I got it now. See? And then you just keep graduating, Rico, but you replace old behaviors with new behavior. If I wouldn't have replaced the old behaviors, I would have still been out on the street with the other guys, and I definitely would have been been dead, which I almost got shot and killed 3 or 4 times, and I definitely would have went to jail longer than I had to go. I had to change my behavior, and I did it. See, I used to undervalue education and reading because I was so damn sharp and fast on my feet. I had the gift of gab. Man, I could talk my way into anywhere. But I started realizing I didn't have the education to sustain myself in the circle. And that's where the problem came in. See, and that's when you start feeling embarrassed, Rico. You're like, damn, I'm sitting out here showboating. I'm sitting out here grandstanding, but I can't even hold a conversation with these people that have education. I said, I got to give me some education. You will not outread me or out-research me, Rico. Nobody in this industry is going to do it. What did I tell you I'm going to do before I get into my massage chair tonight? Do some research.
Oh, yes, sir.
You know why? Because I realized that the things I'm studying and the things that me and Austin are picking up, people in my industry are still not doing. You know why? Because all they care about is all the stuff that doesn't matter. When really I'm telling you that this is the stuff that really, really counts. And as you can see, proof positive that everybody gets the result that they start getting when they put forth the effort. See, I'm no different. If I want to get effort, if I want to get a result, then I need more effort. If my effort isn't getting it for me, then I need more resources. If the resources aren't cutting it, it's because the resources are horrible. It's because I don't have access to the resources. See, the reason why people stay stuck in one spot is because they either don't have the resources or they don't know how to access the resources, or they're afraid to go and learn something new because new feels uncomfortable. And I love feeling uncomfortable, Rico, and that's why I'm winning. So was that the end of your question or your comment?
Oh, yes. Hey, love you all so much. Appreciate it.
Boss. Keep staying focused on module 5, man. That's where the money is. All right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
You're doing a great job, man. Proud of you. Proud of you. Proud of you. I love it. I love it when they face their fears. Rico was dragging his ass, not facing some of his fears, not sending in the support tickets. It took him a while to be able to get there. Arletta Allen, speak to him. Arletta, you there?
Yep, I'm here, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, Arletta, I'm doing great.
It's so good to see your face.
Oh, nice to hear your voice, Arletta. How you been?
I've been okay. I hit a couple of rough spots, but I tell you, I'm on my way up, and I'm just grateful. I'm sitting in a space of gratitude.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Watch this, Arletta. Say this. Say these words with me, and then I want to listen to your question or comment. I'm sitting in gratitude.
I'm sitting in gratitude.
I sit in peace.
I sit in peace.
I sit in abundance.
I sit in abundance.
Increase.
I sit in increase.
Overflow.
I sit in overflow.
And I'm special.
I'm so very special.
For real. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What's your question or your comment?
I don't have much for it. I just hated the fact that I would even think for a second to come on here and not say anything at all, because I was trying to like play in the background a little bit. But I got beat up pretty bad on this call. I'll tell you that much, and in a good way. So I'm not offended.
There you go. There you go, Arletta. You can't offend me.
You can't offend me. I'm too in tune with myself. You
And
know
what is that? That's mindset. See, that's mindset training.
I found out that I'm just not doing enough.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, we all fall a little bit short. It's because the demands that we have on our schedule. So remember this. I'm going to simplify it for you because, you know, overachievers always overanalyze. And you're no different. We always overanalyze it. Damn, should I have done more? You know, I'm a certain age. I should be at this certain kind of money. No, the universe has you right where you are because you're either not listening and not ready, or you're right where you need to be, but that's why you got to be in tune to where you are. See, you gotta be in, your plan and your energy's got to be in phase with the universe. When it's out of phase and you're not really walking in your purpose, you don't really understand what your assignment is, then we start thinking, oh, damn, I'm already supposed to be there. No, you're not. You're right where you're supposed to be right now because of your doing, whether or not it's good or bad. Does that make sense?
It does.
What we don't like is we don't like it because we feel like we deserve more. You don't deserve more. You deserve exactly what you got right here and right now because of the work that you did or the mindset that you did, all that. Watch this. Think about all the times when we were thinking negative. See, we don't want to deal with that. Think about all the times when we had some negative shit to say out our mouths, or think about every time you think about something, it gets released into the universe. And the very next millisecond, it comes right back on us. This is the reason why I'm telling you, you've got to watch your intake of content and information. I spend a lot of time by myself. Do I got a loving family? Absolutely. Do I got friends and associates? Yeah, I got a lot of associates. I got very few friends, very few people I will call my friend. And I got a lot of clients that I adore and they adore me. And I need to just keep it right there. But I spend a lot of time by myself. You want me to tell you why? Because I'm not going to tell me that I'm getting too turned up. I'm not going to tell me KTR back off. I'm not going to tell me that I'm not worried about me, myself, and I being jealous of KTR. I sit in the room and shine all by myself. When I'm gonna shine tonight when I'm doing research. You know why? Because don't nobody else want to stay up and do research with me. See, you all want something, but how late are you willing to stay up? How much research are you willing to do? How uncomfortable are you willing to make yourself feel? Because success is not found in feeling comfortable. If you want comfortable, I suggest you go back to Netflix and chilling. If you want comfortable, I suggest you get a glass of wine. And I'm not telling you that you shouldn't enjoy yourself. You should. But what about all the stuff that feels uncomfortable? What about all the pain that comes along with sacrificing? See, I wake up every day expecting to feel that pain. I don't expect things out of other people. See, I used to expect them, Arletta, to perform at a high level like me. Damn, doesn't everybody want to be a multimillionaire? Damn, don't y'all want a better life? Yeah, the majority of people say they want better, but look at their actions. And what I had to learn the hard way is I gotta stop expecting people to go hard and put forth the same kind of effort and action that I do. So let them keep talking, but me, I'm all about the action. Because I want to look myself in the mirror and I want to be able to say, you know what, KTR, you really did that. Not fake flexing. You really, really did it. See, me and Austin, we don't have time for no ego. We hold each other accountable. Now we're celebrating a milestone right now. That's why Austin went to Hawaii. I should have went with him, but I got something else I need to handle right now. See, take the moments to celebrate and then get right back to work. Because no matter how you look at it, all of it feels uncomfortable. You ask any athlete, ask anybody who's won a championship, ask any team, ask any person who's been successful in business, and listen to their story. We all come from someplace different, but the one thing you see in common is pain, sacrifice, struggle, overcoming obstacles, people hating on them, people, every kind of obstacle in the world, every negative opposition tries to come against you.
Yes, felt.
That's what it is. Now you either want that. See, I want that. I want the pain. I want it to feel uncomfortable. You know why? The more uncomfortable I am, the closer I know I'm getting to the finish line. See, that's the way you got to look at it. The more uncomfortable I am, Arletta, the more pain that it feels, the more like the walls feel like they're closing in. When it feels like you don't have any options and it's the final hour and it looks like it's doom or gloom, all I need is just a little piece of light. That's all I need to hold on to is a little piece of light.
Those words almost just choked me because I had just said those exact words earlier today. I was telling someone about my testimony and I was saying how recently it felt like the walls were closing in on me in the new space. And most of it was behind the fact that I don't appreciate being alone.
Yep.
I haven't learned to accept what that feels like.
Yep.
I'm also a person who has been surrounded by my family and surrounded by loved ones all the time.
Yep.
And I had to recognize too that when you're on a new journey and you're getting ready to elevate, that everybody can't go. Sometimes isolation is for elevation. It's not to harm you, but it's to take you to that next level. Yep. And doing what is uncomfortable for me, I also had to remember to give myself some grace, but I can't let that grace cause me to become a crutch for failure.
It's heartbreaking, Arletta, when you find out actually, that everybody doesn't want to go hard as you want to go. It's heartbreaking when you feel like, damn, I got to go at this by myself. See, there's times in life it's heartbreaking, but once you get over the heartbreak and you understand that you're sitting in your space right now, this is exactly you need to get through this. You need to move through this. See, you need to embrace. I love being by myself. I got tired of expecting too much from people. It was a waste of my energy. See, sometimes we're slow, Arletta, but when you get it, you're going to get it. And you're going to get an education about oneness, the oneness of togetherness. You're going to get an education like you've never had in your life. And you personally have got to go through that right now if you want to become the woman that you see yourself being.
Yes.
I'm talking about that next level chick that you see in your mind, the one you dream about all the time.
Yeah.
The global thought leader. I'm talking about the one you feel like you're not even worthy to become.
Ooh.
You got to go through this first to get to her. See? And that's hard for a lot of people because they're like, I don't want to do it. See, you've been putting it off long enough. Stop being selfish. It's not your gift. It's there for the universe. You know how many more people you can help if you just get through this bullshit you're going through right now? You know how much more powerful you're going to become? How much more light that's going to shine through you? How many barriers that you got to overcome in order to get past that? So when you're looking into another woman's eyes, who I'm talking, they're broken, you're going to be able to say, guess what, sis? Don't even worry about that because I got you. And not on some fluffery. You're going to be able to go right to a part of her like I'm going to you right now because I've been where you are right now. I've been there. I don't give a damn if you got a relationship, if you got first cousins, second cousins, brothers, sisters, if your mom and daddy, uncles are here, they can't help your ass right now.
Facts.
All on you. And that's heartbreaking to know that, damn, I just need to reach out to some. Don't even try to reach out to nobody.
Or when you think about all the people that have reached out to you and have drawn from your cup, and
Exactly.
when you turn around and look and there's no one.
You know why? Because you actually got it to give. See, that's the light. That's source energy. I got it to give. I got it to spare. But why should I waste it on people that don't deserve it? And them days are over. See, and this is what happens when you're hardwired. You have the relator and the thinker trait in your personality. The relators are warm. They're Mother Teresa, let's save the world. Can we just all get along? I love everyone. That's our letter. Our letter is very unassuming. I just want everyone to win. Oh, I'll give you money. You don't have anything to eat. Don't even worry about it. Come to my house. Wrap up in my blankie. I'll protect you. I'll take care of you. And it's the personality, mind you, that gets taken advantage of the most. Now, your second personality trait is the thinker. Out of a thinker, relator, director, socializer, you do your Myers-Briggs test, right? Emeralds, rubies, sapphires, and diamonds. So you got to understand who you are. You are a relator. You are a light giver. The directors abuse the relators the most. The relators, they keep everybody together. They're the easiest personality type to get along with. You also, your socializer is very prevalent as well. But the one who's driving the bus is the relator. The relator is the one that will backfire on you every single time, Arletta, and it will get you caught up every single time. You know why? Because you care too much. You want to help everybody else too much. Fuck them. Where are they right now to help you? You got to start being selfish in a positive way. See, this is where you got to go inward. This is why it has to happen right now for you, Arletta, at the stage and the place that you are in your life right now. This is why you have to embrace it. You should be smiling right now. You should be like, damn, I'm glad that I'm going through this detox. I'm glad I'm going through this pain. I'm glad I get them tears out the way. Let me tell you something. Get wherever it is you need to be, but get in a place of peace. See, you could not elevate to another level of peace until you get where you are right now, which is all by yourself. Mark my words, before 2023 rolls around, you're going to take the trash out. You're going to cleanse. It's all, I see every time I talk, I see it coming together. I can hear it. I can hear it. You might not think that you're winning, but you're getting stronger and stronger every single day. See, because now what you've done is you created this. See, all you needed was a little bit of space, and now you got it. See, it feels uncomfortable because you hadn't had the space. I know what that feels like. Oh, damn, I'm in here by myself. Oh, y'all, oh, really? I'm resentful now. I'm cussing everybody. Damn, y'all motherfuckers got me here dealing with this shit all by myself. After everything I did, I'm hanging cases on all you bitches. I went Denzel on everybody. I said, damn, y'all gonna do that to me? Yes, Kevin, because you allowed them to do it to you. See, I don't give you that space anymore. I don't allow people to waste my time. I don't allow you to shit on my plan. I don't allow you to hold me back. I don't allow you, I don't put myself in a position where I'm going to tell you, you doing too much, bro. You need to slow down. No, fuck you. You need to get out the way. How about if I remove that out the equation, I ain't got to worry about nothing slowing me down ever, because the only people I have in my life are the ones who are supportive, hold me accountable, don't take no shit, willing to hang foot up my ass when I'm doing it wrong. That's the kind of worldly universal training that you need in order to become the person that you want to be. See, here's the final thought on that, Arletta. And if you got any other thing you want to ask me, fine. Then I'm gonna go right to finish up the call with Wayne. You know the person that you want to become, is that correct?
That's correct.
But do you have the balls of guts enough to become her?
I'm going to become her.
There you go. You are her. You already are her. You just got to get through the last layer of bullshit that's in your way. And believe me, when it go, Arletta, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna see a clear path like you've never seen it before, because you actually got the guts enough to go through it. If you didn't, you wouldn't have made the move that you just made. Power moves. Be happy that you're sitting in peace right now. You got any other questions or comments?
Yeah. First, thank you for that. I needed to hear it, every word. I wanted to know, because I just decided to open back up my signature program after talking with one of my friends today. And one of the things that kind of had me like overwhelmed a little bit was beyond my my overthinking. And you, we've had this discussion. So KTR, you know where I'm at with that. And that perfectionism piece.
Yes, ma'am.
What are some of the key points to look at directly when building out your signature programs? And I'm talking like language when it comes to when the focus is leadership. So all of my signature programs are based around leadership. So it's authentic, it's insurmountable, and like two others. But when it comes to actually doing the research on what I'm looking for, some particular language that I need to be like mindful of, like right now, like while I'm doing the search. What is?
Watch this. This is what I want you to do. Remember. So this is a search. See, I've had to learn to do this. And see, when I say I move different, I think different. So see, when I go Google something and I'm looking at articles, I'm checking out videos and things. How have we all been able to overcome insurmountable odds throughout the pandemic? You hear that question?
Yup, I'm right.
And it's going to pull up. It's going to bring back all kinds of searches. And you should just read. Remember, the point is overcoming insurmountable odds. That means that it's almost impossible to win and thrive. But what you're going to see when you pull up articles, you're going to see people thriving. You're going to see them winning. You're going to get their input on how they're doing it at their company. Now that you do look at about 5 to 10 articles.
Can you repeat that question, KTR? How have we all been able to come? How have employees, or you could say how has the workplace been able to overcome insurmountable odds throughout the pandemic? And it will give you something that is in the ballpark of talking about how we've all had to deal with this serious struggle. See, and you have insurmountable based leadership. So you're talking to a company about, I don't give a damn how bad you think it is right now. My signature program, and the verbiage, by the way, Arletta,
should be it should reflect the vibe of the current marketplace. You got to have your hand on the pulse of what's going on with your clients. That's why all of you should be calling some of these companies not to get business. You should be calling to develop relationships. Call them to see what's going on. Call people up randomly. Everybody's struggling with the same thing. We all have had to learn a new skill set, which is how to deal with the pandemic. Not just protocols of wearing the mask and being vaccinated or not vaccinated. I mean, it's messed everybody up. So we've all had to create a new blueprint, or at least modify it. And see, your signature programs is literally the saving grace. My signature programs, this is what you need to be saying to yourself, Arletta. This world, it's a broken global workforce, and my signature programs have the medicine in my message to heal these companies from corporate dysfunction. It's a dream to the meeting planner, because the average approach is this. The reason why you should hire me is because I can make your company feel good through my words. They don't give a fuck about how your words can make them feel good. What they care about is how your signature programs can deliver value. And that's what I'm teaching you through this whole process. So the reason why I want you to do the research is because I just want you to pull out, like I want you to highlight some verbiage. And here's going to be your homework assignment. I want you to pull up some research under each one of your signature programs. Send me the 4 signature programs, and then send me like 2 or 3 paragraphs. You can just copy and paste it from the internet. And then I want you to maybe like point out some buzzwords, or I'm going to point out some buzzwords when I give you the feedback and say, this is the verbiage that should be on your website. See, all you got to do is take the challenges, take the difficulties after you gauge the market, and integrate that language into your signature programs. I don't want you to change your signature programs because your verbiage is outstanding. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
I want you to integrate the problems, the challenges, the setbacks, the difficulties, all of the deficiencies and the limitations in the marketplace. And I want you to integrate those into your signature programs. And remember, your signature programs actually solve the deficiency. It is the remedy. The messaging, there's medicine in your message. You got it?
Got it.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
No, that was perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. I love you. Listen.
I love you.
Stay in your oneness, and you're going to come through it. 2023 is going to be amazing for you. Mark my words. All right.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. You're very welcome. Okay, Wayne, we're going to close out the Q&A. I want to thank everybody that has hung around for the entire Q&A. We're going to finish it up with Wayne. Wayne, talk to me, brother.
Hello, Coach.
Hey, boss, how you doing?
I'm doing very good, very good. I'm enjoying this. This call tonight.
Thank you.
You brought you brought the smoke. you brought the smoke for sure. Listen, here's what I got to run by you, and I'm sure you. And this is a tough one for me to even get on here, but I got to deal with it because I've been holding back and not bringing it up.
Okay.
I was moving along pretty good. All right. We had done all the signature programs and the biography and all those things, and everything was coming in order. And then I was doing the videos, and I couldn't get a satisfactory one. And I still, but then along came that opportunity for that grant.
Yes.
And once we applied for that grant, and in fact, yeah, I guess most of the time I can say that they gave it to us basically because of the signature programs that I incorporated into it. And so once we got on that, I got totally distracted from this platform here. Okay, because I had to put a lot of effort in there. So now I'm like, I gotta get back on this and stay on it until completion. Yeah,
That happens
well,
to a lot of us. That happens to a lot of us. We get distracted because life happens, Wayne. That's all good. Continue.
yeah,
with it.
well, yeah. So, and I
Mhm.
want to be, and of course, I want to be ready for, what's coming up down the street in January. Okay, so I'm just trying to. I want to know, like when I look at the what do you call it? The let me see the. I need to know where I need to go. Do you have any advice for me where I should step back in there to restart?
Oh, you want to pick up where you left off? Well, that's going to be making sure that I know you started. I know that you start working on your speaker video demo. All right.
Right.
Your suits looked amazing. I remember you worked on your speaker info kit as well. You sent that over to support for feedback. And you were working on, I don't believe I've seen your completed website. That's where I
Okay.
believe that you left off, because remember I was telling you to get all your sales tools together. And if you don't have those things done, I would jump back in there if I were you. And then you should go to posting some videos on your social media, some value videos, talk about your program, talk about the curriculum, talk about, just speak from the gut, Wayne. No more
All
than 10 videos. You can post them on your YouTube channel or your LinkedIn or your Facebook and things of that nature, and run about two or three of them. Send one of them over to me. Let me check it out. As long as you're talking about your signature programs, and as long as you're talking about value to the meeting planner, or how you are going to, reduce the recidivism rates with your program, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just make sure that it has value and that you're getting someone a result. You are teaching, you are transferring knowledge, and you are facilitating. You got it?
Yes.
Then after that, you want to be able to fill out you need to send me a support ticket, because if you have not filled out your booking information packet, you might have asked me for that already, but I need to be sure. So that has all
My booking information packet.
Yes, the booking information packet.
For
That's your speaker engagement agreement. That's the pre-program questionnaire. That's the speaker negotiating menu. That's where you're gonna be telling the meeting planner what airport and your
okay.
business class
I got
accommodation.
that. Yeah, I edited all that and put my information in there.
That's what I said. I remember that you did that stuff already, but what the last thing you haven't done is you had to start really getting into module 5, starting to ask questions, building a sales funnel, start doing the free organic outreach first. Auston has a killer strategy. You don't even need LinkedIn Navigator to start attracting bookings. You can just go do a regular search and start pulling up meeting planners in your industry and start doing outreach. Now, you just can't go and do any kind of outreach. Follow the training in module 5. And as you are struggling through that, that's when you're going to submit some support tickets. And that's how we're going to get you through the module. Everyone has to do the same thing. The people that do the work submit the support tickets.
Okay.
The people that are doing the work are the ones that need help when they don't understand it. The ones that can get it, they move forward and they get out there in the marketplace. There's a lot of people that don't show up on the Monday Q&A because they're out there making money. There's a lot of people that don't submit support tickets anymore because they built out every step. They finished all the modules. They're out there working. If they run into something they can't handle, then they give us a call back. But you are still in the stage where you are still struggling to understand what needs to be built. And while you're in that mode, you still need the guidance. And we are here, and you know that, Wayne, to help you every single step of the way. So you got to just jump back in,
Right.
take it one step at a time, and finish what you started.
All right. I got it. I got a lot more questions, but I think once I start submitting the support tickets, we can talk about them one at a time.
There you go. That's the best way to do it right there. I don't have a problem with addressing each and every one of the questions on the Q&A. That's why it's here. And the beautiful part about it is that other people learn from even where you are. I guarantee you somebody on here right now is thinking, damn, I need to go back and finish on my website. I was thinking about somebody sent a support ticket the other day and asked me, hey, KTR, when do you think I should start doing outreach? The first thing I asked him was, well, have you finished up your website, your speaker info kit, and your speaker video demo? No, I need to get on that. Well, why are you talking to me about doing outreach? See, Wayne, everybody wants to do this.
Right.
Everybody wants to grab the microphone, do the microphone drop. But there's none of this. There's no getting on stage to speak for fee. Unless you build the messaging, set up the sales tools, build the speaker business, set the infrastructure up the right way, start posting on your social media, set up a sales funnel, get all your outreach documents done, get everything approved from us before you start talking to the meeting planner, and then get good at sales cycle training. Don't talk to me about speaking to anybody or getting on stage to speak unless any of that stuff is done.
All right. All right. Hey, listen, man, I appreciate you more than you know. You are a rare find, brother. I gotta hand it to you. The way you keep it, you keep it legit, and everything you're saying, man, is valuable, and I appreciate it.
That's because I love y'all, man.
I know. I already know.
And that's from the heart. See,
I know.
In any kind of results that I expect you to get, then it all comes from me. See, I can't make you do the work, but it is my fault if I don't tell you. See, I have to train you this way because I'm getting you prepared to deal with the meeting planner, and all that work is going to pay off. Hey, Wayne, you might not be finished the program yet, but look at how many wins you got. Look at the fact that you did get the grant. Look at the fact that you did build out the curriculum. Look at the fact how many wins that you got up to this stage in the game. See, if you're going to take a break, that's the kind of break that you need to be taking. He's making money. He's getting the repetitions in. Correct me if I'm wrong, Wayne. You are delivering your curriculum every week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
You have an approved program through the government that is helping reduce recidivism rates in the state of New Jersey. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, so Wayne, let's not talk like we're not winning. Brother, you just got delayed. See, just like I told Arletta, you right where you need to be right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at how much stuff you learn. Look at how much you're learning. Look at how you're moving the content around in your head, Wayne. Tell me that on some days you say, damn, I don't think that really worked that good. But the next day, see, the beautiful part about this is that you get a chance to come right back the next day and fix the shit that was broke the day before.
You're absolutely right, Coach. Some of the people that I work with, I tell my coworkers, this is like a laboratory.
Bro, you're getting paid to practice.
I know. Man.
You're getting paid to practice. See, that's how you have to look at it, Wayne.
Right.
Don't worry about all the stuff you don't know right now, brother. That's going to come to you in time.
Right.
See, you start putting the work in, and now you got a cause to ask me a question through support. See, that's how I keep score. This is how I keep score with all of y'all. I'm gonna see who's submitting the most support tickets. See, because usually who submit the most support tickets, those are the ones that's doing the work, and then they're ready to advance to the next stage. Don't matter how fast or slow they're going. When I see somebody submit a support ticket, oh, they need their bio approved. Oh, they need their signature programs approved. Oh, this is the third run for me looking at their signature programs. This might be the final one right here. And when I say approved, Wayne, you know what that feels like? Wayne, your signature programs are approved, bro. Your bio is approved. Move on to the next thing. You need to be focusing on wrapping up your sales tools right now. That's why the platform was constructed the way it was, so you can pick up right there where you left off.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
when you know you ain't getting nothing by me, because I look at every single support ticket and I know where every last one of you are in the platform. And I can log into the platform and I can see in the circle, it says you're 53% complete with your program. You're 3% complete with your program. I can go in there and look at where you are. You can't fool me. If you ain't doing shit, it ain't my fault. Get in there and do the work.
Yeah.
I'm here to do my job always, and I ain't going nowhere. Wayne, the bottom line, man, I'm simply the world's #1 speaker coach. Get used to it, learn to love it, and there's nothing that they can do about it.
Hey, listen, I want to say one more thing. When you said tonight, you said the medicine is in my message to heal, right? Let me tell you something. What I deal with, the people that I deal with, I know people, Coach, people who do this kind of work, years ago, they had fire in their eyes. Watch this. They had fire in their eyes. They wanted to change the world. This system has gotten so bad. People that I know now, they are so burnt out. They almost hate people.
Yeah.
They need this medicine that we have to help them stand back up and know how to help people again, because the problems are so bad in our society, in this culture, and it's so painful. People are so burnt out, they can't even deal with all of it anymore.
Yep. But Wayne, what does that say about you? Listen to the way you speak about it. You're not bitter. You got high energy. You got good health.
You're absolutely right.
You got a loving wife. You got a platform that supports you, brother. You designed a curriculum to help get a grant that's changing people's lives. I'm trying to tell you, bro, the man that you want
with your help, with your support. Yeah.
No, it's all good. I could take credit, but I can't take all the credit. See, you're getting up every day and you're doing the work. I'm telling you, Wayne, the man that you want to be is just sitting there waiting for you. See, you're doing the steps and you're going through the pain and you're getting the repetitions in and you're working out all the bugs in your program, by the way. I told you, you're getting paid to practice. I can't wait to hear you speak.
That's good. That's good.
I can't wait till the showcase comes up.
I can't wait either.
Questions or comments?
No, I will I'm start submitting. All right. Thank you. I know what to do.
Okay,
I don't need to say anymore. I know what to do.
No problem. Do what you got, man. Keep working hard.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
This Sam had another question. Okay. Let's see. Sam, you have another question or comment?
Yeah. So next Monday is Labor Day. What's the schedule for Monday?
I gotta play it by ear. I got to check with Austin. He'll probably be back. I'm not really sure right now, but we're probably gonna be a go. But I'm probably gonna determine maybe the middle of the week if I'm gonna be on travel or something, or Austin's not gonna be back. I'll send an email out to the whole platform through school, and we'll let you know if it's a go or not. More likely, it's going to be a go. But if for some reason, we'll definitely send you out a notification.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Keep the support tickets going. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire team at speakerfocus.com, it has been an absolute pleasure to sit in the driver's seat of these Monday Q&A calls. I want to thank you so much for sharing with me, number one. And it takes a lot, to share where you are in your journey of speaking. But again, we wanted to create the platform so that we could have a real conversation, without you feeling embarrassed to share. Nothing wrong with sharing. Even those of you who just get on and listen, that's cool too. But the way you share and the struggles that you go through, my God, on the replay alone, people are able to get that information that they needed, looking back at the Q&A on the replay, catching it on YouTube or something, So I want to thank the people that do share and that do send in the support tickets. And remember, this is a growth. You cannot ever measure your growth against another speaker, because somebody's always going to be better. Somebody's always going to make more money. You're in competition with yourself. And if you just stick to your plan and you believe in what you're doing, I am just here, and Austin and the entire team at speakerfocus.com, we are just here to put the polish on who you already are. Who you are, you have to be confident in that. You have to live in it. You have to walk in it. And you have to be an active participant in your dream. All I'm expecting you to do is just do your part and do the work. Your average person can accomplish 7 to 10 things throughout the body of one workday, 7 to 10. I suggest you pick the 7 to 10 things that are of a true nature of priority and stay focused on your goals and dreams. Press the gas pedal and go as hard, as fast as you can. Get your rest, eat clean, drink your water, keep the negativity away from you, and listen to program your brain while you're sleeping with the right kind of vibrational frequencies. And I guarantee you, it's going to change your life. I'm Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of SpeakerFocus.com. I'll catch you next week. Same bat channel, same time. 1.